I want to talk about fields and hot fields. So we can see over here, if I get rid of this, we've got hot fields and fields. And the way that I like to describe this is that all hot fields are fields, but not all fields are hot fields. Let me explain. So the field system, this is going to be kind of like a hodgepodge of just random fields in here that maybe aren't so useful, but you certainly have available to you. And if there's something in here that's important that you're going to be using very regularly, we recommend elevating it to a hot field so that you can see, like, we've created these specific hot fields. These are probably some of the most common hot field or fields that have been elevated to hot fields that people create. Like if they want to mark a document not only as responsive, but they also want to say, this is a hot doc that I'm going to be using. It's important to my trial. If this gets to trial, that I might want to present it in court. So you'll be able to search and filter for documents with this hot doc that are not only responsive, but also have this hot doc check mark on it. Or you could go ahead and keep your attorney notes and say, whenever there's documents that you think are important, you might want to write down your attorney notes in here. You can go ahead and create attorney notes and elevate it to a hot field. Or you could create your own pick list of maybe reasons why something, or reasons that it pertains to something. You could go ahead, like this one is a people of interest pick list, but you could see like we've got J-Lo, Joe Schmo, Oprah. You could say who this pertains to. One of these people, or you could also create one where you could pick multiple people. So I want to show you how you can go about doing this. First, you'd have to create the field to elevate it to a hot field. So you can go ahead and hit create new, and then you would title it. So if you wanted to do the hot doc, you could name it hot doc and say, in this case, I want it to be a single checkbox because I want it to be a binary true or false statement. Yes, this is a hot doc. No, it is not a hot doc. And then you would hit create. If you wanted to create the attorney notes, you could say attorney notes, and I want this to be a paragraph because I want to be able to type in my own notes. If I want this to be, you can see we also have pick lists or locked list. Locked list is going to be choose one of these values. So it can pertain to only one of these issues. Whereas pick list is you can choose from a list of values. You can choose from multiple of these values. It could be it could be like fast food restaurants that you've eaten at. And it's like, well, I've eaten at Chick-fil-A and I've also eaten at McDonald's. So I don't want to just choose one. But once you create that field, it will show up down at the bottom here. You can see the most recent one that was created was test 2. And then you go ahead and elevate it to a hot field. And you can say add new. And then you go ahead and add that field. You just click add. I'll go ahead and add test 2. Done. And then you'll see it in your hot fields. This one's at the bottom. You can reorder them and drag and drop and move them around. But once I add that, if I refresh this tab, I can go back and I'll see down at the bottom, I'll see test 2, whatever field I'd created.